Hello friends, this is just a quick update to show you all my Gordon body. Much like my Thomas, I've drawn it in Fusion 360, modelled the face in Blender and printed it on my Ender 3. Much like Annie and Clarabelle, it's significantly larger than my print bed, so I've had to slice it into subsections and glue it together afterwards. I'm very excited for my first Gordon print. It's had to be cut into 4 sections to get the tank base on my printer. Okay, so I've added all the parts and just used some Milliput filler just to fill some of the more noticeable crevices that won't be filled by paint. This is going to get a coat of primer. That was a pain because there was a huge offset. With the 4 parts of the chassis all met, there was a noteworthy offset, so I had to fill a lot there. But I'm really happy with it overall. It's freaking huge. But yeah, looks really smart. So, yeah, hopefully it'll all come together. My power system, in case you're interested, is going to be this little outrunner, which is a 300 watt motor, 30 amp 2-cell ESC, and down here, I've got a 2-cell battery, and I've designed it such that when the chassis is built, the engine should sit perfectly over the battery, encapsulating it. So that should just be able to sit into a cradle, which will slide in there. Okay, so I've filled it up and sanded it back. Now I'm just going to give it a coat of grey primer. Okay, so the primer's set, and I think it looks really good. I think it was really smart. There's a couple of details that I'm not happy with that'll need a little bit more work, a little bit more filler. So down here you can see there's a couple little butts, and all around here probably just needs a little bit more filling with some more quite viscous filler. But all in all, I am very happy with that, and from a distance, oh, it looks lovely. So this is a classic pain in the ass. I'm printing the Gordon chassis now, and I've had to do it in 2-part anyway because it's obviously too big for the printer, but an issue with it being too big for the printer is, when I set it going it was perfectly flat to the print bed, printing this way around, with the supports here and here, but when I came to it this morning, because it was a 7-hour print, it had risen up off the bed, so I'm going to have to trim all this section, it's an absolute pain in the ass, and then reprint. Actually, to be honest, I'll probably do it as a fill anyway, so that you can't see any of the gearing inside, or any of the housing. But Gordon looks good, so you know, we've got some progress. It's simply been hand painted and the decals cut using the cry cut. Now I don't have any video footage of the multi-stage painting process, but you can imagine, it gets primed, it gets painted blue, it's pretty straightforward. In finer detail, I'm not particularly happy with the face. I was working from memory for the most part, so I think it looks more like Henry, so I'll definitely replace it in time. But the next step is building the chassis, motor and gearbox assembly, which Thomas has proven will be a bit of a challenge. The larger wheel diameter especially will be a problem when using it on the smaller gauge 1 corners. All in all though, I'm very happy with it so far, and it's got my son's approval. So thank you for watching, and hopefully in the next video there'll be slightly more details to this, and maybe even a working engine. See you next time.